Have you ever stopped on a busy city sidewalk? Have you ever truly considered the ground beneath your shoes? Most of us never do. We see the pavement, the manhole covers the grates releasing steam into the cold air. We think of it as solid, unchanging. But what if I told you that beneath that thin crust of asphalt and concrete lies a world as complex and layered as the one you see above? What if the city you know is only half the story? The ground is not a floor, it is a ceiling. A ceiling to a vast hidden universe of tunnels, chambers, forgotten spaces, a secret geography waiting just below the surface. We tend to have a limited imagination for the underworld. When we think of what's down there, our minds jump to the familiar. The practice of going underground is as old as humanity itself. Long before skyscrapers scraped the clouds, our ancestors burrowed into the earth for shelter, for safety, and for sanctuary. This ancient impulse left behind astonishing structures, entire cities hidden from sight. Consider Derinkuyu in Turkey, not a cave or simple tunnels. A sprawling, multi-level underground metropolis that once housed up to 20,000 people, complete with stables, churches, wineries, and ventilation shafts. A world unto itself, a refuge carved from soft volcanic rock, entrances hidden, existence a secret kept for generations. The instinct to retreat underground intensifies in conflict. The 20th century, with world wars and the looming threat of annihilation, drove humanity downward on an unprecedented scale. Beneath London's bustling streets, a second secret city was built. Deep-level air raid shelters protected thousands from the Blitz. Some were so vast they became government bunkers, command centers built to survive a nuclear apocalypse. Concrete voids echoing fear and resilience, a history we walk obliviously over every day. Across the globe, history has been buried, not demolished. In Edinburgh, the Royal Mile sits above forgotten streets. The South Bridge vaults, chambers within 19 arches, once housed taverns, workshops, and a grim slum. Sealed and forgotten for over a century, their stories trapped in the gloom, today forming a ghostly underbelly beneath tourist streets. The modern city is more dependent on its underground infrastructure than ever before. If the historical underworld is a place of ghosts and memory, the contemporary underworld is a living, breathing organism. It is a complex, high-tech labyrinth of pipes, cables, tunnels that form the city's circulatory and nervous systems. This is the realm of civil engineers, utility workers, the unseen architects of urban life. Think of the vast storm drains built to channel biblical deluges away from the streets. In cities like Las Vegas, Tokyo, these are not mere pipes. They are colossal concrete canyons, wide enough to drive a truck through, stretching for hundreds of miles in silent geometric perfection. This hidden world is a marvel of modern engineering, a testament to our ability to tame and control the urban environment. Beneath the chaos of Manhattan, for instance, lies a mind-bogglingly dense web of utilities. There are water mains, some over a century old, running alongside cutting-edge fiber optic cables that carry the lifeblood of our digital age. Steam pipes, gas lines, electrical conduits, all woven together in a three-dimensional tapestry of staggering complexity. This is the city's true engine room, a place of immense power and constant activity, humming with the energy that fuels the millions of lives above. Its maintenance is a perpetual, heroic task performed by people we never see. You might think of the underworld as a sterile, lifeless place, but you would be wrong. Where darkness reigns and humanity is scarce, life finds a way. The subterranean ecosystems of our cities are, well, bizarre, resilient, surprisingly diverse. In the sewers and storm drains, a strange and wonderful biology unfolds. Fungi, some of which are entirely new to science, flourish on the damp concrete walls. They create ghostly, pale forests that thrive on the organic matter washed down from the world above. These organisms are the foundation of a food chain that exists in complete and total darkness, a world without sun. This hidden biome is home to a host of strange creatures, many adapted in remarkable ways to their subterranean existence. In the sewers of many cities, you will not find the mythical alligators, but you will find thriving populations of albino life forms, translucent life forms, blind crayfish, colorless worms, and species of bacteria that have evolved to metabolize pollutants and chemicals found nowhere else on Earth. These are the true urban extremophiles, organisms that have turned our waste and our forgotten spaces into a thriving, if unseen, habitat. They are a testament to the sheer tenacity of life. While photosynthesis is impossible in the deep darkness, life can exploit the artificial light sources that pierce the gloom, Around grates, manholes, and the lights of subway stations, strange biological zones are created. Mosses, ferns, even small trees. Even more surprisingly, some of these underground creatures are not small. In the abandoned subway tunnels beneath New York City, feral cats have been known to establish colonies. In the vast catacombs beneath Paris, explorers have reported encounters with animals that have wandered in from the surface and adapted to a new, dark reality. The underworld is not empty. It is populated by a caste of organisms that hum, crawl, and grow right under our noses. Time and adaptation have created ecosystems that flourish in concrete and shadow. But life below is not only biological. The underworld has long been a human place, for shelter, for necessity, and sometimes by choice. As our cities become more crowded and the surface world runs out of space, the future of urban development is pointing decisively downward. The underworld is no longer just a place for what we want to hide. It is becoming a frontier for what we want to build. Architects and urban planners are now looking at the subterranean realm with fresh eyes, seeing it not as a dark liability, but as a vast, untapped resource. The next great wave of urban innovation may not be taller skyscrapers, but deeper, more complex underground networks that will fundamentally reshape city life. This is not a distant dream. It is already beginning to happen. Companies are pioneering cost-effective tunneling technologies to create high-speed underground transit loops. Furthermore, data, the invisible currency of our age, is finding its most secure home underground. Underground farming could revolutionize urban agriculture, year-round, water-efficient, and local. We could soon be eating salads grown in the same deep-level shelters where our grandparents once hid from bombs, turning spaces of fear into sources of life. So the next time you walk through your city, pause for a moment. Feel the faint vibration of the subway, see the steam rising from a grate, and ask yourself a new question. It's not just what is under my feet, but what could be there? How does realizing your city has a secret life alter the way you see the streets you walk every day?